Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Taylor Lauren here. Make sure that y'all like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss any uploads from me. Today is going to be another wedding planning video, and today we are talking about wedding dress shopping, and I'm going to be sharing my tips with y'all. I went to one dress shop. I tried on 8 dresses. I bought the 7th dress that I tried on, and I spent $240 on my wedding dress and $100 in alterations. So all in all, $340 on my wedding dress. So I want to share my tips and tricks with you guys. So not only do you get the dress of your dreams, but that you don't gotta really overpay. You know what I'm saying, girl? So let's get started. Okay, first things first, you guys. So I was very chill about shopping for my wedding dress. It was honestly one of the last things on my list to do, but a dress shop that I frequent ended up having a sale, and I went in on a whim. And ended up finding my wedding dress. Now, a little bit of background about me. I have a background in pageantry. I've worn so many beautiful gowns. I've spent hundreds and thousands of dollars on dresses. So I have had that Cinderella beautiful moment a lot. Typically, like, girls have that moment, prom, wedding day, and that's about it. But I've had it a million times over, so I wasn't really excited about being dolled up and beautiful on my wedding day because I've had that experience so many times before. I was obviously excited to marry my husband and to celebrate our union with our family and friends, but I wasn't pressed about finding the perfect dress because I've had that experience before. So that's just a little bit about where my headspace was. I knew that I could find like a pretty white dress, and I knew that I could accessorize and style it and find, a great veil and make it look good, right? And I knew worst case scenario, I have a white Giovanni pageant gown. I knew worst case scenario that if I couldn't find a dress that matched my wedding vision, that I could just wear my white Giovanni and throw, a veil on it, find some bomb crystal earrings and call it a day, Um, and in that case, I would not have had to spend any money at all. I did end up wearing my white Giovanni as my reception dress, though. So that's kind of the mindset that I was in. So I would say first thing is relax. Know that you're beautiful, and know that whatever you decide to wear, you're going to be beautiful in. So don't stress over finding a dress. Just get yourself in the mindset of your dress coming to you, okay? So that's the first thing. I would also say definitely have a vision. I had a Pinterest board of wedding dresses that I wanted to wear. And I knew that I wanted that to be different from like my pageant style. I wanted to feel bridal. I wanted to have a semi-ball gown. I was getting married in spring, so I wanted, to show a bit more skin, but still be graceful and elegant. I wanted to, have like maybe a spaghetti strap situation going on, which I had because my hair was going to be in an updo and like some loose curls, so I wanted like the décolleté and like the neck area to be on point, So definitely get on Pinterest and have an idea of the type of style that you want, because there's nothing more annoying than going to shop for a dress and not knowing what you want, and your consultant is confused and annoyed because you don't know what you want, and then you're confused and annoyed because you thought that they would know what you want. So have, pictures, make a Pinterest board, take that, show it. And also be open to the fact of once you see your styles on you, you may not like them anymore. But if you don't like them, be confident enough to articulate what you don't like about it, so your consultant at the dress shop can help you. You can be like, I thought I wanted a ball gown, but now that I'm seeing it on me, I am very petite. I just feel like it's drowning me. So maybe I want something that's less dressed and a little more straight lined and form fitting. Be able to correct your expectations, if that makes sense. So have that vision, but be open to the vision changing once you actually start to try on dresses. I have my notes here. What else did I have for y'all? Okay, number 2, have a budget. Have a budget. My budget for my wedding dress was $1,000. In the past, the most I've spent on a pageant gown was like 7 or 8. That's kind of where I like to stay when I'm competing. But it was my wedding day. I wanted to, do a little more, go a little above and beyond, right? So $1,000 was my budget. Know what you're willing to spend and be realistic about it. Are you gonna save up and buy your dress, outright? You're gonna cash flow it, you're gonna make payments. Also take into consideration alterations, because most likely you're gonna need alterations on your dress. You're gonna have to wait for it to come in. You may want it in a different shade of white. Like, there's so many things that come into play with a wedding dress. So you have to take into consideration how those changes are going to affect your pockets, girl, okay? So if you say, oh, my budget for my dress is $1,000, girl, go ahead and add $300 onto that, because you have to take into consideration shipping time. If your dress needs to be shipped, you need to take into consideration alterations. You need to take into consideration any customizations that you want to make. Do you want to add lace? Do you want to take away lace? Do you want to put a split in there? Do you want to add buttons? Like, just whatever your budget is, add $300 onto it. I spent $240 on my dress, whatever I said, and then my alterations were $100. So just give yourself a little wiggle room of $200 to $300 added on to whatever you think you want to spend. Now, my final tip is be open to shopping around. So when I did purchase my wedding dress, it was on a whim, but at the time, I had already booked 3 appointments at other places. I would also say, y'all, do not go to a bridal shop, or do not feel pressed to go to a bridal shop. If you want the experience of, getting served the champagne and being all girly with your bridesmaids or whatever, that's fine. But don't feel like you have to buy your dress from there. What I'm going to tell y'all, hit up these pageant and prom stores. White is a very popular color in pageantry, so you can't say that they don't have white dresses, because there's this saying in pageantry that goes, winners wear white. A lot of the time, a lot of dresses, if they're on the floor in a different color, they can be ordered in white by the designer. Giovanni is a main one that does a lot of white. Among other designers, Jonathan Kane, all these people. So hit up these pageant and prom stores, because you will most likely find a beautiful white gown that does not have that overpriced wedding tag on it. Wedding dresses are thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars just because it's a wedding dress. But you can find, a beautiful pageant or prom dress that's white for half the cost, So hit up these pageant and prom stores in addition to the wedding boutiques if you want, because I am willing to put money that you will find something that you like there as well. I actually got my wedding dress from a pageant and prom store, Cinderella's Closet or Cinderella's Gowns, whichever one it is now. In Liburn, Georgia, they actually carry a small bridal collection, and they were having like one of those semi-annual sales that they have. So I'm not sure what the original price on my dress was, but when I got there, the price tag on it was $240, okay? So don't be afraid to, go to a consignment shop or a pageant and prom store in addition to the bridal stores. If you're like trying to, save money and put money towards, other things. If you've never had the opportunity to get dolled up and glammed, and if it's your wedding day, and if you're like, I want to spend $5,000 on my dress, do you, girl, do you. But all I'm saying is saving money never hurt nobody. So if you want to save some money, hit up, pageant, prom, consignment, and see what they have to offer. And if you like it. So let me think, y'all. Were there any other tips that I had? I think those were the main 3 for wedding dress shopping. I got my veil on Etsy. My dress did not come with a veil, and I did not like the veils that were in the store. And all the other veils, when I did go to bridal shops to find a matching veil, the veils were more expensive than my dress. And that didn't make sense to me. So I went on Etsy. My mom actually got my veil for me. It was like $90 with shipping, and it matched my dress beautifully. I had a cathedral length veil. So yeah, hit up Etsy for veils. And 9 times out of 10, if you're concerned about it matching your shade of white, usually from what I've seen on the sellers on Etsy, they're very good about providing swatches and providing returns or in exchanges in the event that, you know, it's the wrong shade of white, because they get it. Like, it's your wedding day, you want it to match. So yeah, y'all, those are the tips that I had, y'all, for, you know, dress shopping. Go to the prom and pageant stores. That's all I can say, and you will find, you know, a beautiful dress. And yeah, my wedding dress was everything that I wanted. It was like exactly what I was looking for, and I'm so glad that I got it for under $300. My wedding gown is the cheapest gown in my closet right now. And I'm quite happy about that. So yeah, you guys, just shop around, have a budget, add $300 onto that budget, and take into consideration any alterations or customizations or shipping that needs to be considered. And have an idea of what you want. Make a Pinterest board, you know, figure out the silhouette, the shape, all of those good things that you want, the shade of white that you want. I had pure white. So yeah, you guys, I hope this video was helpful. Make sure that y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.